Classroom of the Slideshow's new episode was nothing but peak. Even though Studio Lurch has tried their hardest to taint the legacy of Classroom of the Elite in terms of the anime, because we all know the light novel is amazing. This has actually been a great episode. Episode 10, episode 9, and episode 8. I have loved. 9 was more of like a slideshow. But let's really get into the fact of why this episode was so great and why this season has been so consistently good. So first off, we get into, you know, one of the Iona Koji groups, her Horikita and Iona Koji, and they're talking to Katsuragi to see if he can really turn on Arasu. And yes, he could. This happened in the light novel, and I don't think this scene was much different. It probably left out some of Koji's monologue, but that's pretty much it, to be honest. Katsuragi literally just says chess, English, and math, stuff that matters towards it, and then the fake events. So he serves his purpose, and all he really wants is for Arasu Sakayangi to lose. And why this scene was so important is because of the big part of this novel, chess and Harata, which we will get to later. So that's what happens in the beginning. It's pretty cool. I just love how my guy literally doesn't tell Horikita that they met up with Katsuragi. They just basically is like, yeah, she might do chess. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens in that part. Then we get a nice little cute scene between Horikita and Iona Koji as they're just eating, and Horikita's not really, that kind of social type. Neither is Iona Koji. That's why they kind of match each other well. But they just talk, and Koji puts her on until the chess event, and then he says, "Oh, we're gonna study later." Cool. That's just a little simple part about this episode. What I really loved, and where I started to love this episode, is where we go to Harada walking. And Mii-chan, who we know from the light novel readers know, she is obsessed with Harada. It goes more into depth in the point fives and stuff like that. And she stays obsessed with him. But, bro, it gets so annoying. So, it shows in here, like, let's not get in front of a teenage girl's love besides the person. And, Harada shoves her off of him because, like, he's not in the mood, man. He had a deep past, and we're going to get into that. But then my guy, Koenji, comes through, and, he's the ladies' man. He's not going to let no one touch a lady and get away with it. So he just puts him to the ground, kind of hurts his shoulder, elbow, shoulder, whatever you want to call it. And, man, oh, man, Koenji showing why he's top 5 strongest in the verse that we've seen. You know what I'm saying? And picks up Mii-chan, saves him. And then, it's just some sick screenshot. I don't even know if I could put in the video. There's some sick screenshot of Koji just watching it all unfold and no one knows he's there. Maybe Koenji knows, but he doesn't act like he knows. He doesn't pay no mind to it in the anime. So now we get to the part where my guy, Iona Koji, a.k.a. Batman. That's what I call him on my TikTok, because he just be doing Batman things. And Batman is the GOAT of Western, and Koji is the GOAT of that side. You know what I'm saying? So, you see, this is like some tough screenshot that I took while watching the episode. It was like, we just see Koji's shadow. And, like, his shadow is just such a big thing that Lurch always, like, shows to show, like, his Batman activities, incognito type and ticket activities, you know what I'm saying? He comes to Harada on the bench. He's emo on the bench by himself. No one else is outside. Coincidentally, it's just them two outside, which was true in the light novel too. We don't see kind of Koji's monologue, but we see Koji break Harada down to pick him back up. And I love the line where he is like, all you could do is keep moving forward. If you give up now, you're going to lose more and more people. When you need it, you can let the rest of the class support you. When you're not okay, lean on someone you can trust. Don't worry about the past or the future. He says, I don't know if I can still lead everyone at this point. And Koji reassures him and gives him the confidence he needs. It says, you're better to lead as he is now. And then Harada thanks him. And then in this thing, in the light novel, I'm gonna complain now. I usually defend Lurch or whatever, but now I'm just gonna complain about how, like, I wanted Koji to sit next to Harada, but it didn't happen. And it is what it is. This was still a wonderful scene. A wonderful scene and a wonderful episode. So next, Harada. And why this is important? Because basically, if you don't know, if you can tell, like, Class C in the anime are fired up, man. They are fired up right now. They are fired up, and they're ready to go. So Harada comes into school the next day with back to his regular attitude, and they back in business. He and Horikita, the two face of the Class C, shake hands, and they're ready to get into business. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Why I loved it and why probably most COTE fans love it is because of the conversation between Harada and Ayano Koji. It wasn't completely the same. We missed some monologue. We missed a lot of stuff. It was longer. But hey, I loved it for what it was. You know? I loved it for what it was. I just wish they sat on the bench together. Because, like, I know Harada's not on his level, but in the light novel, it really made it seem like Koji was manipulating him to make it seem like he was on his level, sat down next to him, came to his level. That's like symbolism and stuff. But they just showed him on top of him and always dominant with his shadow. But it is what it is. It was a great episode. I'll give it like a 8, maybe pushing 9. So I'll say 8.5 out of 10 episode. That may be a high scale, but I love the light novel so much I can forgive Classroom of the Animation. Classroom of the Slideshow. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably gonna be the title of this episode. Classroom of the Slideshow with a great episode. Because I just gotta be different. You feel me? But yeah, the last scene was like the final special exam. And we ready for peak. We ready for our student to do her thing. And I'm ready for just all of it, man. I'm not even gonna spoil. This is it for today. Peace, and I'm out, bruh. Happy to be back on the tube. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out, bruh. Peace.